We were lucky enough to be a part of some really great high school teams. Are those times special to you, and why?
Oh man, they are special. I think high school football is just, it's in its own, atmosphere, its own stratosphere. Like college football is awesome. We tell our recruits all the time, what we're trying to get built here at SEMO is what you have had at high school. We're trying to get guys that love each other, that know everything about each other, that are going to be there for each other through thick and thin, and go out and play for each other. That's what we're trying to build there. And it's hard in college because you get guys from all walks of life and different things. But that's what we try to do. High school is just so awesome because it's all these dudes that just, everything about everybody, grew up with them, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and everything in between. And they're just your guys, man. They're just... they're just your guys. And so those memories are, I don't get a chance to talk about that enough probably, or hardly ever. Just, I don't get back here enough and talk to guys, but awesome times. And, the football piece is awesome. And I think about all those, but it's really all about the camaraderie. It's all about your guys and, the silly things you did and said, out in the huddle on the field and on the sideline and at everyone's house when 6 guys are crashing over on a Saturday night, and when you're running, just all the stuff that comes with it, right? And that's what is so special. And even if you're not close with those guys to this day, you can walk in here on some random Tuesday afternoon and just like you never left, because it's just it's a deep friendships and stuff deep inside, and it's special. And that's why I think a lot of it stems from high school football, and it just gives you those opportunities to be around guys and do something special together, and it just brings guys together.
You mentioned something that maybe I haven't really even thought about. It was more about the relationships than it really was the football. The football was great, right? Like knocking people, and winning games, and especially the success that we had back then. But, man, I just remember we'd go to practice, and then we'd go to your house or my house or somebody else, and we'd just hang out all the time, and then we'd go to school, and then we'd go to practice, and it was like wash, repeat, rinse kind of thing.
It was awesome. No cares in the world except, hey, let's play good when we're out there, and then let's go have fun. And how much can we laugh, and how many dumb things can we do? And
there was a lot,
and trying to get hurt doing it, and just those things. Like things like I can remember. Walking up to the line and looking over, and you're, before the snap, throwing up through the face mask, and just laughing
every game.
Yeah. And just laughing about that, and just playing through it, and then being proud of your buddy that's doing that because he keeps going, and, getting in the huddle at Farmington and rapping and singing and doing stupid stuff it's fun. Those are the things that you remember just as much as throwing and blocking and all those things. But man, great times and good people, and learned a lot, and thankful for those memories.
Me too. And I think it's helped my life. I think I learned a lot during those times, maybe more than I gave it credit for. It kind of sounds cliche, but hard work and friendship and being there for somebody, and people depending on you, and you trying your best, whether it was good, perfect, ugly, whatever, still trying your best. And then, seeing that sometimes come to success and winning games and being a part of a special program. Obviously, the coaches that we had back then, to me, I hold a special place for them in my heart. Coach Haug, Coach Aubuchon, Coach Loads, Coach Easter, and then several others. Even going back to Coach Pope and Coach Eggers.
Yeah. Some of those guys still reach out. Coach Pope just reached out to me like 2 weeks ago, just checking in, see how I'm doing. I literally just came from Coach Aubuchon's house. Now, he's my brother-in-law, so that's a little bit different there. But
right.
Yeah, those guys, we learned so much through those years and times, but I don't know if I appreciated or even acknowledged it until now I'm on the other side as a coach. And now it's like, dang, here's an opportunity that I can help this young man or this team here. We're going through this tough time. Now how do you relate that to life? How can you help this young person grow as a man? And then it's like, dang, I've sat there in that same seat 20 years ago.
Right.
And some guy was telling me the same thing, and just, how much of that stuff stuck with me, and just, that's why I love football. It goes back to, are you excited about football? I love football, and then what football does for people, for young men in particular. Like it's a special place if you get it right. Some people abuse it and do different things and can, go crazy with it. But if it's done right, man, it is a special thing.
I want to acknowledge, and I don't think it gets talked about. I don't know if it gets talked about at all anymore. We're old dinosaurs, right? But, you grew up and we were in a small town and you were the star quarterback, right? And everybody knew you and everybody was like, looking to the future and this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And I think sometimes when that happens, people can start to feel maybe a little entitled or like you're talking about like diva, right? And you never had that sense about you. I think probably what a lot of people didn't see was all the hard work you put into it. Your leadership skills, even at a young age, because I'm a year older than you. Yeah. So you were my quarterback when I was a junior, you were a sophomore. And to be able to command a huddle, but not in the way that you maybe see in the movies of like yelling at guys, just a calm presence about you. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to march down the field and make this touch, whatever it is, right? Yeah. But I'm not sure you fully ever were recognized for that, for the hard work that you put into it, for the dedication that you did. I remember seeing you watch tape even at a young age, and we talk about going to practice. Well, then sometimes we'd go home and play football, or we'd go home and just play, pick up basketball or whatever it was. So it was like, it wasn't something that you would turn on when it was convenient and then turn off when it was like the lights weren't on you, right? And I don't know if people talked about that enough.
Well, I appreciate it. First off, that's very nice if you say that stuff. And I don't know. I was around a lot of good mentors and leaders. Coach Howe kind of took me in, right out of 8th grade and met with him, multiple days a week before school started about football and trying to teach me the game, and his just being a man and his life lessons rubbed off of me. And then, like I said, Coach Abishan's my brother-in-law, so I spent a ton of time around him, and I didn't want to disappoint those guys. And at the end of the day, I think I just loved winning. I'm a competitor, and I love my teammates. So I don't know what it was, but I just appreciate all those people feeding into my life, and we were able to do some fun stuff, and I was ecstatic to be a part of that. And like I said, now kind of on the other side, trying to help guys reach their full potential and have moments like that as well. And it's a lot of fun. And that's why I'm just, like I said, loving life right now and really excited about the off season right now for us. I'm excited about getting back to work. And you don't hear people say that a lot. And so that's why, I'm excited to get back to work. And, so it makes me feel good about where I am.
And I think that's why I wanted to bring it up, is that I think it's carried over into your coaching career. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of success there, but I'm sure you put in the work. I'm sure you're committed. I'm sure you're dedicated to what you're doing. And I think it's a good point of like not letting other people down, because, I'm a shorter guy. My body type wasn't made for the NFL, but you got most of what I had because I didn't want to let other people down either. Right, because it was that brotherhood, it was that bond, and it was that commitment to the team. Yeah, team first more than anything.
Well, first off, you could be a badass NFL fullback.
Oh yeah,
that body type right there. But I tell you about not letting people down. Now it's a whole nother thing with being a father and being a husband. When I left high school to take a college job at a D2 school in Colorado, making nothing, my wife sacrificed and went back to work, and our kids sacrificed not being around family and doing all this just because Dad had this dream. And you talk about not want to let people down. I get out there to D2 and I don't want to I'll do anything not to let those people down in my life. And it's just kind of snowballed, and that's why I have such a fire for them. And obviously, hopefully all husbands and fathers have that same passion for their family. But man, I love them, and they sacrifice so much for me. I just don't want to let them down, and because they're looking for me to make sure that we're successful and we provide for what they want to do and all those type of things.